Neal McDonough in an indie well-done action movie? Yes, please. Hey everyone, this is David Stark from Watcher Pass, and I'm going to do a 5-minute review of Boom, which came to theaters, digital, and on demand on April 1st, 2022. If you remember, my 5-minute reviews means I'm going to talk about this film for 5 minutes and then cut it off at 5 minutes no matter where I am. So my hot take is I actually think you should rent it. It's a decent indie action drama with a slow, mysterious start, a good lead, and some pretty decent effects. So I'm going to tell you a little about the film, a few things I liked, and a few things I didn't like. There will be some spoilers, especially in the things I didn't like, because I kind of have to go into that to really explain some of the things. I'll try to keep it vague, but there might be a few spoilers here and there. If you don't want to know what happens, turn this off now. But you will probably find out some things that happen and some things that happen towards the end if you keep watching. So in Boone, you have Neal McDonough playing Nick Boon, who is a mercenary who tries to kind of escape his previously violent life by going to the Pacific Northwest. Unfortunately, if you have a very violent past, sometimes it follows you, and that is the case with Nick Boon. But also, when he gets to this Pacific Northwest cabin, he finds that there is some violence going on just kind of like right outside of his doorstep. And I think he tries to not get involved, but he sees someone that needs help, and so he helps them out, but then causes him to become entangled with some of the local criminals. And as you imagine, it causes him to re-up his violent lifestyle. So things I liked about this movie. The first are the effects. There are some pretty decent effects. There are some CG, but there's also some pretty good effects. There's some nice practical effects with some blood spatter, and there are some really good effects during some of the shootouts. Like there is some pretty good destruction. There is one building that basically gets demolished from the inside. They destroyed a lot of furniture and a lot of stuff to make this look realistic, and I was pretty happy with the overall result of at least the destruction. Second thing I liked is the slow, mysterious start. Like you don't really know much about Boone or his background or why he's doing this, and I really liked that. Like I liked having this kind of mysterious character. You do get some reveals throughout. You don't always really find out exactly why he's doing this, but you get enough to kind of understand his character. And I did really like that you didn't know much about the start, and it starts with this kind of intense action moment that really gets you invested in the character and kind of his plight. And the third thing I liked was Neal McDonough. I liked his character. I liked the mystery around him, his like cold confidence, and I liked his like killer with a heart of gold mentality. So things I didn't love. There's some of the drama just feels a little bit overdone. There's this big confession scene that happens that's supposed to be this big story reveal that just fell flat. For some reason, it didn't do it for me. And there is some other drama in this town, in this criminal underworld, that does feel a little overblown. So the second thing I didn't love is some of the dialogue didn't seem that convincing. Now, not a ton of it, and that might also be kind of related to this. Some of the drama that I didn't love, they were kind of one and the same. Like I didn't like the drama because some of the dialogue didn't come off as genuine. So, just kind of, it does hurt the overall movie because you don't really get as invested in the play of these characters as I think you might have if some of those scenes had been done better. The third thing I didn't love is there were some sound issues. I don't know if this was the screener I watched or if this is the movie, but there was some like fire sounds. It sounded like water falling. Like there were just some indie issues with this movie, as you expect in an indie film. But they were noticeable to me. I don't know, I think maybe sound is something I noticed. And the last thing I didn't love is the ending. So spoilers, there will be spoilers here. You get this intense showdown in this cabin where Boone and this FBI agent that had been following him, but then kind of like decides to help Boone out, and this widow he'd been helping and her son are all in this cabin. And there is like gunfire, there is an intense scene, and there is some not that great decisions. Like the action is well done, but like some of the action is a little too choreographed. Like people will like go into the doorway and then Boone will shoot him. Like not the best decisions. And the ending forces some of the characters to make some pretty bad choices. Like the widow that he's helping is a preacher. And in a scene that I thought would be really good if she just kind of turned the other cheek, she ends up like striking one of the bad guys and that person stabs her. It really felt out of character. Like she is a fiery person, but you think as a preacher, she would have turned the other cheek and kind of just like, no, not to do anything. So overall, I mean, the ending was relatively exciting, but it didn't grab me as much as I thought. I didn't love that it made some of these characters make these decisions. So that is Boone. It's available in theaters digitally and on demand on April 1st, 2022. Like I said, I think it's more of a rental. It's an enjoyable film, but there are just some choices that didn't make this a must watch. So thanks so much for watching. If you like this review, please like and subscribe to this channel. It helps me out a lot. Make sure all my new content goes straight to you. Thank you.